Okay, good. So Balas can start on, we're going to start on our back on the mat. You can just bring your knees into your chest. We're going to go for a little stretch, and then we're going to dive into a quick little bicycle ab series, and we'll get into legs. So go ahead and pull your knees into your chest for me. Find that soft little rock from side to side. Just relax, start setting your intention here. You're going to pull your left knee in, let your right leg fall nice and heavy for me. And while that falls heavy, you're welcome to, circle out that ankle. If you want to pull it out to the side, you can, but just give it a nice big pull in. You can extend that leg up to the ceiling if you need to, and then go ahead and extend that left leg, pull right knee in towards your chest. Just give it a nice big pull. You can pull that knee from side to side here, opening it out. And then feel free to extend that leg up towards the ceiling. From here, keep that right leg pulled in. You're gonna lift your head, neck, and shoulders. You're gonna hover that left leg for me, and then we're gonna go into slow switches. Really big pull in, and then we'll switch those legs out. Every time you pull in, you're lifting those shoulder blades 1 inch higher off of the floor. We've got 8 seconds right here. Keep those shoulders relaxed for 6, for 5, good, 4 and 3, final 2. Both knees come in on one, lower head, neck, and shoulders, and bring legs to tabletop. Hands are gonna come behind your head. You're gonna lift all the way up to the top of that range, and you're gonna hold for 10 seconds there. So think elbows coming up towards those knees. Knees are right over top of those hips. We have a slow bicycle, 2 counts each side, and 3. In 2, you're gonna twist, hold for 2, and then twist, hold 1, 2. Good. So we're going into a slow switch to start. I want that 2 count hold on each side. So really think about getting your shoulder blades off of that mat as you breathe into it. It's about lifting both shoulder blades as opposed to just the one that you're reaching towards. You have about 10 seconds here for me. Yep, nice and slow and controlled. We start to speed it up in 5, in 4, 1 more 2 count, 3 and 2. Now just switch for me, switch and switch. Good. Really big reaches. Get that elbow past that knee, coming from side to side. You're pointing through those toes. The balas, if you do have them on, will make this a little bit more challenging. I need 15 seconds from you to go unbroken. From there, your knees are going to come into your chest. You're going to rock yourself up, and you're going to find your forearm plank. It's a quick transition for me in 10. Don't break it. 9, keep going. 8, point through those toes for 7, good. 6 and 5, you've got 4 and 3, final 2. Knees come into your chest, quick rock all the way up, go right into your forearm plank. Don't even think about it. 1 more minute here, and then we're going to go into those legs. Just quick transitions in those abs today. So breathe for me here. Nice big inhale and that exhale. You have 2 options depending on how your wrists are feeling. The first option, you're going to open your feet. You have plank up downs for full 30 seconds. Don't do it yet, but you're going to go into them. If not, you can either do that plank jack or you can do those shoulder reaches and stay on those forearms. In 3, if you're going onto your hands, you're going to give me that plank up down. In 2, on 1. So you're going to go hand, hand, elbow, and elbow. So it's palm, palm, elbow, and elbow. If not, you can do a plank jack into those reaches. If you want to stay off of those wrists, up to you. It's a full 30 seconds. You have 20 seconds to go. I want you to let your heart rate come up right here. Think about what your hips are doing. If you need to open those feet a little bit wider, you can, but breathe through this. I need 10 seconds from you. You finish on your hands. You're going to go into your downward dog. You have this. 8, don't quit. It's 7 and 6. It's 5, good. 4, final 3 and 2 on 1. Hips hit that sky. Yep. Now take a moment here, pedal out those knees for me. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, you're going to walk your hands into your feet, feet into your hands. I want you to hang there nice and heavy, grabbing those opposite elbows, taking that big inhale here. On the exhale, you'll go ahead and slowly start to roll yourself up from to the top. You're going to grab your weights from me. We're going to go into that first leg series. Balas are on. If you have them, weights are going to be in your hand, and we're going to add some things together here and get our heart rates up. Yep. I know you're pumped about it. I know you're just like, I knew that we would put things together today. We start in that right side reverse lunge, but we're going to add a deadlift into this to start. So you're going straight into a combo movement. So from here, pop that right heel up, left leg stays static. It does not move. So you're going to give me that deadlift on straight down, and then you're gonna give me a bicep curl as you step back into that right side reverse lunge. Left leg doesn't move. You're gonna give me one deadlift, reaching those hands down, and then you give me a bicep curl as you step back into that reverse lunge. What I want you to think about here is taking your time. When you go into that deadlift, your right heel is lifted. So it's a staggered single leg deadlift as you come all the way down, big squeeze to come to the top, palms face the front, and then you give me that bicep curl. Take your time. You're here for about 30 seconds more. And I want you to think to yourself, shoulders stay relaxed for me. Belly button is plugged in. You're driving through that left heel when you step back into that reverse lunge, and you're keeping the weight on that left side when you're in that deadlift. You have 15 seconds to go right here. You're going to meet me at the bottom of that reverse lunge in a hold. We're going to just go for those bicep curls in 5. Find that reverse lunge in 4. Good. One more deadlift in 3. Here we go. Step back in 2. On 1, you're at the bottom of that lunge. You're just going to give me that bicep curl, full extension, and then curl up. Full extension and then curl up. So you're in an isometric hold on that right side. I want your leg to start to fire up for me. Arms are going to be holding still in 10 seconds. You do not lift yet. I want you to fight for it. You're going to bring your arms to 90 for me in 3, full range for 2. Now hold arms at 90. Pulse that knee down an inch, pulse arms up an inch. You're pulsing knees down an inch, you're pulsing arms up an inch. Yes, you can. You fight for it right here. I want you to breathe. Your legs should be on fire. Trust your body. You have this. You're back to that full range of motion. No deadlift, just the right side reverse lunge, stepping up, bicep curl at the bottom. In 5, you can do this. In 4, stay low. For 3, good. For 2, on 1, extend arms all the way down, and then you bicep curl back into that full range. Good. Lower down, lift and squeeze. Heart rate's coming up during this. You have it. Lower all the way down, lift and squeeze to the top. Now watch your curl as those hands come up about 3/4, full extension, triceps at that bottom. 10 seconds here. Yes, you can. 9 and 8. Get excited. You're at the bottom of this range. You're back in those full range bicep curls. Second round through. And 5 and 4. Let heart rate come up. 3. You've got it. 2. Bottom of that lunge into that full range curl. Hold in that lunge. You're just back in that full range curl. It's an isometric hold in those legs. Here's what I need you to think about. Can you sink your knee down just a hair more? Slight tuck of that tailbone, not an overextension. I just want you to make sure you're engaged here. Full extension, squeeze triceps, pull those weights back up. The Balas, I know if you have them on, are making you a little bit tired here. Hold those arms at 90. You're back to your pulses. Same changes as you just did. You're going to pulse arms up an inch. You're going to pulse knee down an inch. I need you to fight for it. In 3 and 2, go ahead. Little pulses up an inch and pulse knee down an inch. Yes, you can. Pulse up an inch, pulse knees down an inch. You fight to stay nice and low and controlled for me right here. You're going to stand up. You finish in 30 seconds of those single leg deadlifts. So you're going to get that active recovery break for me. In 8, stay low. For 7, yes, you can. Go 5 and 4. Keep pulsing. 3 and 2, 1. Stand up all together. Finish with that staggered deadlift. Really big squeeze at the top, and then reach those weights down. So you're out of your arms right here. You're really just thinking about giving me that stretch in the back of that left leg. Heart rate's going to be up right here. Breathe for me. All the way down, we lift back up. Nice job. You're going to reach all the way down. You're going to step back into that plank for me. You've got a plank right in the middle of this. It's just a minute here. Don't move computers. Don't worry about it. You're going to reach those arms down. You're going to find that plank in 5. You've got it in 4, in 3, in 2. On 1, reach hands down. You can hold on to those weights. You can ditch them. You step back into that high plank. If you want to modify, not even a modification. If you want to stay off of those wrists, you can walk down to those forearms. Both are going to keep you nice and warm. Active recovery here. I need you to be strong in this plank. Let's take a big inhale. Can you zip up from those ankles all the way up towards that seat? Give me a slight tuck of your tailbone, pull belly button in, relax shoulders away from me right here. If you are on your forearms, you're going to just give me that little bend and press with those knees, right knee, left knee. If you're on your hands, it's a slow climber. You hit that climber and bend those knees. In 5 and 4, you've got it. 3 and 2, 25 seconds here. Go. Think to yourself about the control. I want you to focus on lower abs. Hips are staying square to that ground. No butts in the air. You fight for it. Just bend and press, or drive that knee up toward your chest. 15 seconds. You have this. Let heart rate come back up. You've got it. 10 and 9. We fight for 8 and 7. You've got 6 and a hold, 5 and a hold. Go 4 and 3. Freeze for me. Walk up to those hands. If you're not already there, find your downward dog. Do not just fling yourself up right here. Take a moment, stretch out those legs, walk your hands in towards your feet. You're gonna grab those weights on your way up and you're gonna roll yourself to the top. Option to take a sip of water here. I'm gonna get right into it in a second, but if you need that break, you take it. Big inhale here. Instead of biceps, I'm going to go into your shoulders this second round. You are going to stagger that left foot now. Right foot stays static. Left foot is what's going to move. You're going to give me that single leg deadlift, and then you're going to give me a front shoulder raise on the bottom of that lunge. You give me one deadlift, you step back with that left foot, and then you reach those hands up towards the ceiling. So I don't want them going higher than your shoulder. Shoulder height is as high as you're gonna go here. Because you're adding the lunge in with your arms, your heart rate's gonna get up faster than it normally would. You also have your balas on, I see them. So heart rate is gonna be just chatting with you a little more than it might be on a normal day. You have about 30 seconds, so take your time. This isn't meant to just be fast. I want that lunge really deep, nice and strong. You drive through that front heel. When you're in the bottom, reach those arms in opposition, and then you bring them back down. You have 15 seconds right here. We're gonna stay at the bottom of that lunge for me. You're going to hold your legs static, and we're just going to go for that front shoulder raise in 5, in 4, good, in 3, you have it, in 2, step back in that lunge. I want those arms coming right above your knee, and then exhale, lift and squeeze right above that front heel. Exhale, lift and squeeze. You're reaching in opposition, slight tuck of your tailbone, stay down low. I care about your legs here just as much as your arms. You're going to keep those arms lifted here. Shoulders always feel a little more difficult than those biceps in this movement. You're going to hold those arms up. You're going to pulse arms down an inch and up an inch while you pulse that knee down an inch and up an inch. And 3, here we go. And 2, here's where you got to fight on 1. So think to yourself, you're just coming down an inch and up an inch. If you can fight in opposition, lifting up an inch and then bringing that knee down, I just don't want your hands to go above your shoulders. It's a really tiny movement. Slight tuck of that tailbone. You have 10 seconds. I know you have it. You're back to that full range movement all the way up. Arms will come down. Full range in that lunge. In 3, you've got it. In 2, full range in your lunge. Find it. Lower those arms down as you stand all the way up. Step that foot back. Reach those arms out. Second time through. The nice part is there's not a third. You only have to make it through 2. You're already in it. Reset here, refocus. Where are you squeezing? When you step back, are you driving through that front heel to bring that foot back up? Are you reaching those arms in opposition and engaging those abs for you? You have it. I need 10 and 9. You're there for 8. You keep that foot back. You've got that full range with that shoulder, that front shoulder reach. Yep. In 5, in 4. Good. Stay back in 3. Stay back in 2. Now reach that foot back. Just your arms. Come halfway down. Lift, squeeze. Halfway down. Lift, squeeze. Can you engage your abs? Pull your belly button in. 10 and 9. We've got 8. And 7, perfect. 6, hold them up. In 5, good. 4, arms go up an inch, knee goes down an inch. And 3, in 2, arms go up an inch, knee goes down an inch. Add that pulse back in, add that pulse back in. Don't cheat this side, don't cheat it. You go unbroken here, you have it. 10, good. In 9, you stand up. I need that single leg deadlift. In 8, keep fighting. 7 and 6, you're there for 5 and 4, fight for 3 and 2, stand all the way up. Give me that single leg deadlift. You reach those weights down, lift and squeeze. It's like an active recovery. These should feel good. You could be holding such heavy weights here. Here's what I need you to think about though. It's a hinge at your hips. I do not want you to round through trying to reach too far. Keep your shoulder blades glued together and that belly pulled in nice and tight. We've got 15 seconds right here. Hold on to it for me. You're going back into that plank. It's just a minute, so you're going to leave your computers right where you are. Heart rates are up. You've got it. 10 and 9. Good. 8 and 7. We're here for 6 and 5, 4 and 3. Last one. 2 on 1. Reach those weights down. Step your feet back. Weights can come to the side or you can hold on to them. Let's walk down to our forearms and stay together on this second round. Big inhale here for me. Big inhale. I need you to spread your fingertips out. I need you to press into that mat for me. You've got this. Big inhale. You've got plank jacks to finish. There's a full 30 seconds of them in 3 and 2. Hop your feet out and in. You always have the option to just step those feet out and in, or you have that option to jump for me. You can do this. 20 seconds to go. You do not have to rush, but use that nice deliberate movement out and in. Think lower abs. 15 seconds, ladies, you have this. We're walking back up to our hands. You're going to lift into that downward dog for me. We're almost out of it. You've got it. Final 10 and 9. Everyone walks to their hands in 8 and 7. Don't quit. Go 6 and 5. You're right there. 4 and 3. Final 2. Walk to your hands. Hold. Take one more big inhale. Then lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Start to pedal out those knees for me. I want you to stay here for 5, for 4. Good. For 3. Hands start to walk in. 2. Feet start to walk in on 1. Yep. And you're going to slowly roll yourself to the top. You can grab those weights and set them down to the side if you want to. No props for this next series. Take a sip of water if you need it. Feet open up nice and wide. We're hitting that second position series. You can leave your Balas on or you can take them off. Just make a quick transition for me. Take a big inhale, a little bit different than normal. Arms are going to reach out and up almost into a V. So from here, I want you to go ahead and sink all the way down. Reach those hands up for me. So shoulders will get tired. No weights in your hands, please. No weights in your hand. You're just going to start to pulse it down for me. Little tiny presses, and you're just thinking about reaching those arms almost in opposition here. It's just in a V. It's just us. You might feel silly, but no one's watching you but me. You have 10 seconds in these pulses. Keep reaching those arms, almost like a bend and press. Reach, pull belly button in for me. We're going to go into a little bit different of a movement, but we're going to just test it out with you guys because I've got my advanced one time. You're going to start turning almost into that lunge. Watch me first. Keep pulsing. Don't do anything. I just want you to see what the movement looks like. You're going to that left side only. So you're going to turn, tap ankle, back to center. Tap ankle, back to center. Join me when you're ready. Tap ankle, back to center. So we're just turning into that lunge. Arms are coming up nice and wide. You're going to get tired here. You don't have to touch the ankle. I want you to reach for it. Slow down if you need to. You have 10 seconds here. We go to that opposite side. It's a pulse, turn, reach. Pulse, turn, reach. 5, 4, stay center for me in 3, stay center in 2, back to your center pulse, back to your center pulse. Just getting your heart rate up a little here. Keep pulsing, keep reaching arms, let shoulders fatigue, they're opening up. You've got 5, we go to that other side in 4, in 3, good, in 2, we can do this. 1, you turn that left side pulse down, turn, tap, and pulse. You're normally used to just reaching with me, but I want you to give me that nice reach towards your ankle. Added stretch. 10, 9, yes you can. 8, breathe. 7, you're back to center in 6 and 5, hold in 4, hold in 3, last 2 on 1, freeze. Take a big inhale. I know hands are up. You might feel silly. Don't feel silly. You're in a second position here with me, holding. Arms are going to get tired on purpose. We're going to turn it into a curtsy lunge and a tap. Curtsy, back second. Curtsy, back second. Join me when you're ready. Curtsy, and then back to that second position. It's 10 seconds each side. Arms stay up. Pull shoulders away. Curtsy. When you curtsy, you're tapping towards that ankle. For 4, yes, you can. Nice, lady. For 3, here we go. For 2, if I don't lose my own balance on 1, switch side. Tap that opposite ankle back to that second position. Tap, back to second. Tap, back to second. Good. You've got it. You're going to untuck a little here. You're going to hinge forward just a hair. I'm fine with it. 10 seconds. You are back to that second position. Hold. Palms get to come together in 5, in 4. Good. In 3, in 2. Second position. Hold. Reset. Heart rates are up. I know. Big inhale. Exhale. Contract your abs. I need you guys to sink down 1 more inch because you can. Relax your shoulders. Now you're on that imaginary wall. Hold for me. I need a 15-second hold and you're out of it. I'm going to give you a little break in your legs. Take a big inhale, trust your body here. Can you relax your shoulders anymore? Can you come down a hair more? 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 and 5. You rest in 4, 3, 2, stand all the way up. Good. Oh, I like those faces. Take a sip of water. Take a sip of water. Good. Bring your weights down with you. We're going to come down to that mat. We're going to hit those abs again and a little bit of arms. Heart rate should be up. A little cardio class, Jay. It's like this was made for you. All right. Bring your knees back into your chest. No plank to get there. That's your gift. Big inhale here. Pull knees in right where you were in your warm-up. I want you to extend that right leg. Let it hit the mat. Now walk head, neck, and shoulders up. Pull that left knee into your chest. Good. Now hover that right leg. You're going to go into your switches. You're going to pull your knee into your chest. And I want you to think about how strong you are in that point of your toe to really engage the top of that leg, that quad. If you need to ditch your Balas at any point, you can. I think you're both going to be fine with him now. Big reaches here. In 10 seconds, head, neck, and shoulders come down, legs come back to tabletop. We're going to crunch up towards those knees. Legs do not move in 5. Legs come to tabletop in 4. In 3, beautiful. 2, head, neck, and shoulders, lower. Legs come to tabletop, hands come behind your head. Keep those legs at tabletop. Don't move them. You're going to lift up, try to tap your elbows to your knees, lower back down with control. Your elbows do not have to tap your knees. I'd rather your knees stay right over your hips so your top half is working harder than your legs coming towards your elbows. So as you exhale, you lift up towards those knees and then you lower down. We're going to hold at the top in 4. Don't give up on it. Basic, but it's good. 3 and 2. Now hold at the top for me. Hold at the top. Good. You've got it. Just freeze. Can you come up 1 more centimeter? Bring elbows to knees. You've got it. Hold for 5. Slow bicycle in 4. Just what you started with in class. 3 and 2. You bring right elbow to left knee. Extend that right leg. Hold for 2. And then we switch. The 2 count hold is going to make it harder. Don't rush the 2 count hold. Think about how high you're coming off of those shoulder blades as you're counting through it and you're twisting through that opposite side. Breathe for me. In 3 seconds, we're going to go ahead and just switch it out in 2. On 1, you just twist and twist, coming up 1 inch higher every time. Fight. Keep these unbroken. Less than 20 seconds. I want you to fight to stay in it. Here you go. You've got it. 15 seconds. Twist and twist. You're fighting to come into that high twist. You're going to come back to center, that full range crunch. Knees come to tabletop in 3. In 2, knees come to tabletop, just crunch to center. Exhale, lift, squeeze, inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift and squeeze, inhale, lower down. You're right into those center crunches. Now think about what those legs are doing. Can we push those knees 1 inch further away from you? You've got it. Big inhale here. You're just crunching to center. Second hold happens in 3. Hold at the top in 2. On 1, come all the way up and freeze. Freeze, freeze, freeze. I'm fine if you try to bring those elbows in. Just hold. Pull belly button in. Point through those toes. Hold for 5. Hold for 4. Second round of bicycles in 3 and 2. We twist right side, left side, right side, left side. Just twist, twist. Twist and twist. Go for 10, 9, 8, and 7. You rest in 6. Don't quit. Go 5 unbroken here for 3, for 2, for 1, and you rest for me. Nice job. Knees come into your chest. Take the moment. Take the moment. Big inhale here. Good. And then you'll find that exhale. When you're ready, you're going to rock yourself up. Just a little hint of abs there. You're going to grab a weight for me. We're going to go into our tricep work here in an all 4. I'm going to add in the leg. If your wrists start to bother you, you're going to ditch what we're doing in our legs. I'd rather you stay in your tricep for a little bit of work. All 4 position here. If you need to fold your mat under your wrist, you can. Right hand is what we start with, left leg. Just adding on for that advance. So you're going to extend your left leg back for me. You're going to point through your toe. The weight comes in your right hand. If it's too much in that left wrist, it's okay. You ditch the leg for me. I want you to pull that right elbow in. Good. Now lift that left leg up. It just holds here. You're going to go into that tricep extension. Your left leg is in an isometric hold for me. full extension here. Bend it in and then extend and squeeze. So you're focused on balance. Your core is helping you here. You're squeezing through that left cheek for me. You're going to keep that arm up and back in 5. Don't rush it here. 4. I want everyone to just slow down and hint. 3. Good. In 2, hold it up. In 1, freeze. Now we pulse arm up, leg up. So pinky goes towards that ceiling and you squeeze your left cheek as tight as you can. Tricep I care more about, but I want you adding in that leg if you're advanced here. You've got 8 pulses, 7 pulses. We have a bend and press with our leg and with our arm in 4, in 3, good, in 2. Now a little bend and extend, little bend and extend. It's not a Monday, so we can do this. Little bend and extend with our arm, bend and extend with your leg. You have this. Bend and extend. Bend and extend. Hold on to it. 10 and 9. You've got to hold next. 8 and 7. Fight to keep that arm up. Keep it there. 6 and 5. You hold for me in 4. You hold for me in 3. Good. In 2, on 1, freeze right here, freeze right here, freeze right here. Can you squeeze your left cheek? Can you reach that right arm? Can you give me 10 seconds here? 9, keep squeezing. 8, pull belly button in. 7 and 6, you're right there. 5 and 4, final 3 and 2. Knee comes down, weight comes down, hands come right under your shoulders. You tap those forearms down, you lift and squeeze. You tap those forearms down, you lift and squeeze, just for 8. Good. For 7, 6, and 5. Don't let your butt move. 4, you have this. 3, beautiful. 2, on 1, you're right back up. I'm not giving you a break. If you need it, you take it. Weight comes into that left hand. Extend your right leg from the start for me. Extend that right leg from the start so it's up, and then pull that left elbow in. You're just going to extend left elbow and you're going to keep right leg straight. I want you to focus on the isometric hold in that right cheek here. I need you to think, is your leg as straight as it can possibly be? Squeeze from your center booty. Now focus on your tricep. Don't cheat yourself in the tricep. Give it a really big squeeze at the top of that range. 8 seconds here. 7, 6, good. 5, 4, extend and hold in 3. In 2, I need you to come up an inch and down an inch. Squeeze your cheek and then squeeze that tricep, just that little lift. You have this. Now think about your balance here. Think about your core stabilizing, your belly button's pulled in, everyone's shoulders look great. You got to fight for this to stay in it. Seems basic, but it's hard. You've got 5 seconds. We hit that bend and press. It's happening with that leg and that arm. In 4, you've got it. In 3, bend and press. In 2, little bend and extend with that arm and that leg. Bend, extend. Good. Bend, extend. Keep squeezing. Trust your body right here. Bend and extend for 10. For 9, get ready for that hold. 8 and 7, you have it. For 6, good. For 5, keep bend and pressing. For 3, you're there. For 2, now freeze for me. I need you to squeeze your tricep as tight as you can. Can you try to lift it up 1 more inch? Pinky still going towards that ceiling. You squeeze your cheek at the same time. You're going to come down out of that. Meet me in your forearm plank. Open up those feet. We go right into our reaches, opposite side. In 3, meet me in that forearm plank. In 2, on 1, find your forearm plank. Plant those hands down. Open your feet. Go right into your reaches. Now I need your hips to stay square. I want you to fatigue those shoulders. Think about how strong you are here. You've got 10 and 9, good. 8, keep fighting. 7 and 6, you're right there. 5, don't quit. 4 and 3, final 2, and you find that child's pose. Quick, quick, quick. Yeah, there you go. Now take those balls off. If you need a break from them, if you want to leave them on, you can. We've got about 10 minutes of work left. We are going to go into a little bit more arm work. So if you want to break up those ankles, you certainly can. Take that big inhale, wiggle those fingertips just a couple inches closer to the center of that mat, that front of that mat. Hold there for 3. You're going to meet me Indian style in 2, Indian style in 1, and then we'll sit on that mat. Let's go into those arms just to finish them out a little bit more. Big inhale here. If it doesn't feel good, you can stick that ball behind you. You can stick a leg out, up to you. I want you to try to fatigue here in those arms. So tiny movements will hit shoulders and a little bit of triceps. So take a big inhale here for me before you grab those weights. I just want you to think, can you find as much height as possible? Belly button is pulled in. You're nice and tall here. We're going to grab those weights. We're going to go right out into our T, and then we're just going to stay here. We're just going to do a mental pep talk. Big inhale. As you exhale, I need you to think about where you're engaging your core. And then I want you to just lock out those arms, almost squeeze your triceps as much as you can here. So your whole body should feel nice and strong. You have 8 seconds in this hold, 7, good, 6 and 5. We're gonna go into a bend and press in those arms in 3, into it, the tiny bend, big press. Tiny bend, big press. I care about that press. It's the tiniest bend, and then you're reaching your fingertips in opposition here. Slow and controlled, lots of isometric hold. You have 5. I want it to be such a tiny bend. 4, palms face the ground. 3, beautiful. 2, now you're just gonna hold for me. You're gonna turn your palms towards the back of the room, the front of the room. You're gonna turn your palms to the back and then to the front. Good. It's just that rotation. You're thinking about keeping those shoulders out of your ear, finding your height here. Everything is pulled in nice and tight. We're going to add a bend and press in 3, add a bend and press in 2. It's a little bend as you turn your palms towards the back of the room and the front of the room. Here's where you should be really starting to feel that shake happening. Keep that length. You're going to want to sink down. Breathe for me. You're not clenching that jaw. You have 8 seconds. You're doing great. 7, breathe through it. 6, when you think you need the break, you're going to give me a couple more. 5, keep fighting. 4 and 3, palms face the floor again, and 2, palms face the floor. Now start to circle towards me. You can do this. Find that height. Think to yourself with that length. Your triceps are squeezing, your shoulders are starting to get warm. You're doing really, really good here. You've got this. We are going to get ready to stand after this and finish legs. So you don't think you're going to have to be in these arms for the last 5 minutes. Reverse that circle, reverse that circle. Nice, long, strong arms. Just so pretty. 5, oh yeah, get them out there. 4, 3 and a hold, 2 and a hold, 1. Now turn your palms towards me, make a goalpost. Get those arms up there. I know you can do this. I've seen you do it. From here, you're going to give me that press all the way up. You're going to come back down. You rotate, and then you are back to center. Press, pull, rotate. You are going to be more sore here than you normally did because I just had your arms out for a minute and a half. You're going to feel this coming down the side of your arm too. I want 1 press, 1 rotation. You've got this. 1 press, 1 rotation all the way down. You're going to add an extension in back to 90, reach. You join me here when you're ready. You lower, squeeze triceps, bend back to 90, lift, and you press. Fight for me right here. You have 1 change left. I know you're going to be fine. I know you're going to be fine. In 8 seconds, you're going to hold and reach those arms out in front of you. So you're going to stay in that nice rotation, and then you're just going to reach as I punch my desk. 5 seconds here. 4 and a reach in front. 3 and 2, meet me in front. Now grab those weights, find your height. This is it. This is it. You're going to be great. Take a big inhale. Melt those shoulders away from your ears. Now zip everything up, and you just keep holding for me right here. We have a 20-second hold, and you're out of it. When you think you're going to drop those arms, you're not. You squeeze from your tricep. You pull shoulders down. You only have 10 seconds. You're going to be fine. 9 and 8. Let it start to shake. Use your breath. Big inhale, exhale. Contract those abs for 5, for 4. Good. For 3 and 2 on 1. Arms come down. Nice job. Set those weights to the side. Beautiful. Now bring right arm across your chest for me. Good. And then bring that left arm. It's just a quick stretch. I'm going to have you stand up. We're not going to do it graceful. You're going to stand up when you're ready. If you have bands and you want to use them, or if you took your Balas off, put them back on. We're going into a squat series to finish. So I want a heavy band above those knees. If you really want to come for this series, you put a band above your ankle. So shins and thighs. If you don't have them, don't even stretch. But I think with this group, we've got them. Balas are on as well. Last 4 minutes of work. Just really good, nice squat series. If you have a heavy weight and you really want to hold it, you can do that too. It depends how you're feeling. Good. Oh, yes, we're going to do the new one today. All right, friends, take that sip of water. Nice, Jay, you've got yours. Perfect. The hand comes above those knees. If you only have 1, it's above your knees. If it goes on your shins, it's the first one to go when you start the fatigue. Now, I want you to walk those heels to the edge of your mat, a little bit of a wider stance here. If you decide you want to hold a weight, you'll hold it at that head. If you have a heavier weight, I'm fine with my friends adding some other things in, or you can hold your 2s and 3s. You're going to come down on a 3 count to start, come up on a 1 count. Lots of tempo here. So we're going to come down, 2, 3, up for 1. Good. Come down. 2, 3, up for 1. Slow it down and control it. I want you to think as you're in that band, you're pressing those knees out to the side. And then as you press that floor away, you're still pressing those knees out as you stand up to the top, nice and slow down. 2, 3, big lift and squeeze. During your last couple of minutes of work, I really want to fatigue center booty here. So you have to squeeze your butt so tightly at the top for me. You're going to add a pulse at the bottom. So on that 3 count down, you add that pulse and then you lift. We're going to ditch the 3 count and we're going to go single counts in 3. Good. In 2, on 1, you lower down on a 1 count. You give me a pulse at the bottom and then you lift and squeeze for me here. So you're still, that little pulse is happening at that bottom, lift and squeeze. Good. Lower down, little pulse, lift and squeeze. You have a 10-second pulse at the bottom for me and a 10-second hold in 3. Stay at the bottom in 2, stand up one more time. Now come down, just pulse at the bottom. If you've got a band on, you are pressing those knees out. You are squeezing your butt down an inch and up an inch. In 5 seconds, we hold. I know, in 4, ditch that weight if you need to. In 3, in 2, now just hold for me, 10-second hold. Yes, nice, Jay, 10-second hold, 10-second hold. Take that big inhale here for me. You're not done yet. You've got 5 seconds. It's a 3 count up, 1 count down, and 3, slow to come up, and 2, on 1, up for a 3 count. 3, 2, 1, sink right back down. Yes, 3, 2, 1, sink right back down. Yes, you both look great. I'm just like, yes, hype girl right here. It's like, I'm not telling you to do it. You're doing it on your own. You have 10 seconds here. You're back into that second 10 count pulse. 3 counts to come up. Trust your body. Put the weight into your heels, and then you sink right back down. I want everyone to stand up one more time, and then you're holding at the bottom. In 3, in 2, come down, little pulses. Little pulses. If you have a band on, you're pressing your knees out while you pulse down. Second 10 count hold is coming your way. In 5, you can do this. I know. 4, it's mean. In 3, in 2, hold. Palms can press together. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can drop that seat down. I know. There it is. Hold for me. Hold for me. Breathe through this. You're doing great. You have 5 seconds here. Here's where it gets fun. 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. In 3, in 2, you step to that right. For 2 steps, you step to that left. If you need to give me a squat on the side just to get back into it, you can. You have 30 seconds of work left. You're going to meet me in the center of your mat. If you want the pop squat, you're going to give me the pop squat. If you want a jump squat, you give me the jump squat, or you just give me regular single squat. And 5, 4 options here are that pop squat or that jump squat or just that body weight. And 2 and 1, meet me there. Finish it strong. It's only 15 seconds. Yes, tap down. You can do this. You can do this. Feet come together. If you're popping, or you just give you that body weight squat. 10 seconds, ladies. 9 and 8. You've got it. 7 and 6. You're out in 5, in 4, final 3 and 2, 1, rest. Oh, we made it. I know. I like those looks from both of you. Thank you so much. Take that band off. We'll probably cut off in about 20 seconds, but I want you to take a quick stretch. Big reach up overhead for me. Grab that right wrist. Pull it over to that left side. You'll come back to center. Grab that opposite wrist. Pull it over here to that opposite side. Good. Back to center. Give me that soft back bend here. I know as you give me that great big belly, you're going to take a moment to stretch for yourselves, rolling all the way back up to the top. I will see you on Thursday. Please drink water and stretch. That was a hard one. Lots of cardio. Bye, guys.